Serious tension grips Niger Delta region as Fulani jihadist group threatens to attack the region, plus MEND responds. Hello everyone out there, depending on the time it is that you are watching us from that location now. This is KTV News 24 Niger. Now let's get to the hot news as it is trending now in Nigeria. Palpable tension has engulfed the whole of the Naija Delta region of Nigeria following a threat letter sent to the governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, by a Fulani jihadist group, giving the Delta State governor a 72-hour ultimatum to withdraw his support on the ban on open grazing or risk Asaba, the Delta State capital, and Agbo, a town in the state, being attacked. In a letter sent to the Delta State governor, which was made available to newsmen and titled Fulani Jihadist Warning, an open message of 2 paragraphs to Delta State was said to have been pasted in different locations in the state capital, Asaba, including on the fence of the Living Faith Church, also known as Winners Chapel, situated at the Infant Jesus Road, Asaba. The letter comes barely some weeks after the 17 Southern state governors banned open grazing in the southern region of Nigeria after a meeting held in Asaba, and the recent rejection of the position of the 17 governors by President Muhammadu Buhari, who ordered for the restoration of the grazing routes across the country during an interview on a national television. However, in the unsigned letter, the Fulani jihadists threatened that they will attack Asaba, the state capital of Delta, and the governor's hometown, Agbo, should he fail to recount his steps and withdraw his support for the ban on open grazing in the state. The letter sent to the Delta State governor reads, "This is to inform Delta State that the Fulanis of Uthman Danfodio leadership shall do everything to uphold the legacy of our heritage of open grazing, for we are nomadic people from origination and shall never negotiate the ownership of Nigeria and West Africa and Sub-Sahara. We hereby demand the governor of Delta State to immediately withdraw his earlier stand on the call for ban on open grazing in the 17 regions in not less than 72 hours from the above date, and to also withdraw his position as the leading voice of the governors. As no occurrence, we don't have the first-hand information even before the hosting of the South-South, South-East and South-West governors meeting in Asaba. Failure to adhere to this demand for being the host of the 17 governors, Delta State, most likely the city of Asaba and Agbo, shall encounter severe consequences than that of Borno, Kebbi, Katsina, Kaduna, Enugu, Benue, Oyo, and many more that will not respect the Fulani heritage, as we take responsibility for the detonation of the explosive uncovered in the state capital secretariat, which should serve as warning to the Delta State governor for what is to come should the governor fail to abide to our demand. We highly advise all Fulanis and Northerners, including the security personnel, to leave Delta State as soon as possible, for the wind of our action is now present in the land. For failure of the governor to adhere to our call, this shall leave us with no choice than to go on with our necessary plan." Meanwhile, the movement for the emancipation and defense of the Niger Delta MEND has responded to the purported threat letter sent to the Delta State governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, over his support for the ban on open grazing in the southern states of Nigeria. In their response made available to newsmen, MEND said their attention has been drawn to the purported threat letter and promised to pay back any attack by the Fulani jihadist group on any of the Niger Delta states in tenfold. As received by newsmen, MEND's response reads, "The attention of the movement for the emancipation and defense of the Niger Delta has been brought to our notice. That is the threat of some Fulani terrorists who have given a 3 days warning to the governor of Delta State because of his support for the ban of open grazing across the southern states. We also saw you taking responsibility for the explosion at the Federal Secretariat, Asaba. We are warning that if your threat is made to come to fulfillment, no Fulani will ever exist across the Niger Delta, and all oil facilities linked to a Fulani will be brought down. If one soul is lost, 10 Fulani souls will pay for it. If one facility is destroyed, 10 Fulani facilities will be destroyed. We will respond proportionately 10 times. Whatever you give, the corresponding response will not be limited to the data. It may be with your politicians or with your rulers. We will launch 3 rocket launchers and ballistic missiles at any facility of our choice as a warning in 7 days if you make bold your threat. We don't make cheap our threats. We have shut down the country in the past and we can at any time shut you down. We are the Niger Delta. We stand for the interests of the Niger Delta and we will not allow any coward threaten us. We fight without running. Be warned. That is the response of the movement for the emancipation and defense of the Naija Delta MEND in response to the threat letter by a Fulani jihadist group to the Delta State Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, on the purported attack on strategic locations in Delta State. Also, the Delta State Police Command has called on residents of the state to remain calm, reacting to the threat letter purportedly sent by the Fulani jihadist group. The Delta State Police Command appealed to residents in the state, particularly in Asaba and Agbon, to remain calm as security agencies in the state has begun investigation into the purported letter as well as being on top of the situation. Meanwhile, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Rearers Association in Delta State has denied any link with the purported threat letter to the state governor. Speaking with newsmen, the leadership of the Miyetti Allah in the state denied having any link with the purported jihadist group. The Miyetti Allah leadership called on the security agencies in the state to thoroughly carry out investigations on the purported threat letter with the aim of arresting the perpetrators. With that report, we have come to the end of the trending news we have tracked for you for this time. Dear viewers, we want to sincerely appreciate you for being there with us all through this time. We equally want to plead with you to kindly like, share and comment on this news story that you just watched. Also, if you really enjoyed this news story, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at KTV News 24 Niger. Also, like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Until the next news video, we'll be meeting again with another trending news that would have occurred at that time. I am Stanley Okocha Eropaidame, KTV News 24 Niger. Thank you so much for watching.